technology. Who needs technology? Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chopper Fit channel. My name is Brett, and we make motorcycle related videos and the vlogs here on the YouTube. The other day, my good friend Walton, PA, posted a discussion topic. And if you haven't checked out his channel, go ahead and do so. It seems like once a week he'll post a discussion topic, usually about a 2-minute video to try and engage the community. So what he had posted the other day was, how much technology do we really need on our motorcycles? Or how much do you need to feel comfortable? And that kind of got me thinking. It's like, well, I can think of this from a motorcyclist in general, or I can think of this from a motovlogger even. So I figured I'd get into both subsets and kind of go from there. I'll start with what I am at my core, which is a motorcyclist. I'm not sure if you realize it, but yeah, I tend to ride motorcycles. That's kind of what we do here, right? How much technology do I need for my motorcycle to have? And when you really boil it down to the 3 motorcycles I have, so we have the Sportster, the Dyna, and the V-Rod. And I guess a lot of people think like the V-Rod has a lot of high-tech components to it, and it really doesn't. This motorcycle is very similar to the Dyna and the Sportster, and the fact that there's really no bells and whistles on this thing. I mean, sure, it's liquid cooled. I guess that's technology, but I don't need my bikes to be liquid cooled.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.
I mean, my other 2 are air cooled. I don't have a problem with that. Sure, they get a little bit toastier than this thing.
No one can resist my sweaty balls.
But not terrible. Especially if you're moving. If you can find a way to keep moving, then you really don't have anything to worry about. All my bikes, we'll just start the bare bones. None of my bikes have ABS. This one does have an option for it. And I believe my Dyna at the time did too. But, and see, that's why you guys need to make sure you swerve so people actually see it. Like, I don't think that guy saw me. Anyway, brakes. Man, every time there's a close call, you ever notice after you get, not necessarily a close call, but you see some sort of idiocracy on the road that you kind of start losing your train of thought. So let's get back to it. Keep this under 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's go. So, no ABS on any of my bikes. Now, would ABS be a nice option to have? Well, sure, it would be a nice option to have. But I don't need ABS. That's what going to a parking lot and doing some practice is all about, is so you can know the physical limits of your motorcycle. Yes, I have locked up the rear on the V-Rod. Yes, I have locked up the rear on the Dyna. I don't recommend ever getting to that extent, but I had practiced it in a safe environment before, so I knew how the bike was going to handle. So for me, I don't know if ABS is an option that I will ever say that I have to have. The next bell and whistle that I definitely never had is any sort of heads-up display. All my bikes have pretty bare bones tachometers. It shows my speed, shows my RPMs. The Dyna has a similar combo tach. It did come actually with a tach and speedometer separately, but I replaced it. Oh no, did I add technology? Oh crap, I might have.
Shut the front door.
You know, that was more for eye candy more than anything. I had all the tech that I needed built into my 2 gauges, but I wanted to go to a keyless ignition, and to do that I would have had to give up one of my gauges. So that's what I ended up doing, was combining those into one and doing so. So yeah, no fancy bells and whistles for displays. I mean, everything is about as bare bones as it gets. You got your turn signals, you got your headlights. That's really all there is to technology for these motorcycles. Yeah, they got some Brembo brakes, they got some good tires, but that's all just regular equipment. That's still to me bare bones. And that's how I like my motorcycles, is bare bones.
I feel so alone, gonna end up a big old pile of them bones.
Now, if you were to ever spoil me and get me on a road glide or a street glide, yeah, I would probably change my tone. What is that saying? You don't know what you want until you've tried it. And I think that's probably the same way. I would probably instantly love those motorcycles, and then I'd have to explain to the wife how I spent $30,000. I figure this is much easier to explain. Now, from a motovloggist perspective, well, that's a little different for me.
I need it!
As you can see in this video so far, and a couple other videos up to this point, you know, I'm rocking multiple camera angles, and none of this is cheap to do. But the technology is just insane when you come to think of it. Let's just start with the bare bones, the GoPro 8s. Not even the 9s, but the 8s. Yeah, I know there's not a whole lot of difference between the 8 and the 9, maybe a little bit of resolution difference, maybe the forward-facing camera that kind of shows you what's going on, things of that nature, but really they're the same camera for the most part. But what's amazing about this technology is the fact that the image is so smooth when you go back to play it, and it's smooth in 4K. Crystal clear sharpness on a bumpy motorcycle in crystal clear 4K. I will throw down money every day of the week for something like that.
Shut up and take my money.
The other camera I'm now rocking is the Insta360 X2, which is kind of getting us some of these cooler low shots that you've seen lately. And what I like about it is it's basically whatever camera angle I want, I just have to go find it in the post. It's amazing, again, amazing, the technology out there for small action cameras. These things are incredible. I never thought I would need a 360 camera, and I really still don't. I don't plan on putting this thing out there on every single moto vlog that I do. It just was fitting for the subject here today. And because it was fitting here today, you'll also get it in probably the next 2 vlogs as well. So yeah, I like that technology. I like the technology that goes into my digital recorder, my Tascam DR-05X. That thing is freaking awesome, because I'm not sure how many of you guys have been familiar with Rurocs, but they tend to run a bit on the noisy side. And what's nice about that is I can cut out a lot of the wind. And you see, I could have got lower there, but I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's the 360 camera sticking off the bike. So while we are going through the lake road here today, it won't be as spirited. Actually, it won't really be today. It'll probably be on the next episode, because I'm about to cut it right here at the stop sign. So, technology. I wish technology would somehow get these dogs to shut up for just a minute while I finish my thoughts. I feel like technology can be bittersweet. It could be the best thing in the world, or it could be the thorn at your side. So for me, I like technology to make things look better and things along those lines. That's why I like LED headlights, etc., etc. But for the overall mechanic of a motorcycle, really don't need it. So if you want to post your comments below as far as what technology you like on the bike. I know this might be a little bit of a rehash of what Walton PA has already said, but, you know, hey, some of you may not know who he is. You might not have seen that yet. So again, if you do, hop over to his channel and check that out. That being said, though, I am Brett, Chopper Fett, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later! Because this... I missed my outro. Because I will catch you on the next dark side, because this is the way. My bad. My bad. Later!